How many people read a newspaper a day? How many of those get thrown away? How many times do you get a plastic bottle, say it's water, pop, even a beer bottle that's glass? How often does that get in the trash can? I know for me, I'm personally not the best about recycling. But these are just a few examples of the many problems that we're facing in our world today. There's so many people that don't participate in recycling that it's really starting to put a burden on our world and our earth as we know as home. So home, let's put home as a smaller scale. Let's say you might live in an apartment, say you live in a dorm, or perhaps even own a house, and that's your home. At your home, would you just grab a trash can that's full of trash and go to the living room, just dump it all over the living room floor? I mean, I'd hope you wouldn't. That'd be pretty bad. But that's essentially what we're doing to our earth today. I mean, it's a little bit radical in that form, but we are just taking trash and just dumping it all over the earth. And about 50% of the trash that we throw away could be recycled. So today I'm going to explain to you three major points on recycling. The major problem of trash and the buildup, how recycling helps and what it does, and then why we should recycle, and what to recycle. So the first major issue, the major problem is trash buildup. On Toxins Action Center's website, they stated, each American discards an average of more than 1,650 pounds of garbage every year, or approximately 4.6 pounds per person each day. That's a lot of trash. So what exactly is all this trash doing in the world? Where's it going? Well, for one, landfills is the main part, and it's actually pretty disgusting. What happens is the EPA says eventually all landfills leak into the groundwater. No matter how good the state of our technology is, it somehow eventually will leak into the groundwater. And this is creating a lot of issues. And I mean, basically people live around these landfills. Newborn babies, they're having diseases, they're getting sick. Even just the older people live around it. There's a lot of issues are caused from the landfills. So another major issue on the environment from the trash all over the world, it's basically the opposite of a landfill, which if you would think about would be the ocean. The oceans are filled with trash. It's absolutely awful. It practically seems like there's no free space in this earth to put trash anymore. But so the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is a field debris caused by wind and wave action. So when the wind and the wave is in the Pacific, so all of this trash combined together. And scientists aren't exactly sure how big it is, but they estimated that it covers 9 million square miles of water. Now that's a lot. But the crazy part is, that's one of 5 out of all the oceans. There's 5 of those spots just like that. So what's this doing? It's affecting the sea animals. They're finding dead animals. There's plastic in them. They're finding plastic. It's polluting the water. And like I said, it's at the landfills, it's hurting newborn babies. So and those are just some major issues that trash is causing on the earth today. Which is why recycling, which could basically resolve 50% of what's out there, which would make a big difference. So how recycling helps and what it does. Talk about the pollution. This is one of the biggest benefits of recycling. You know, people burn garbage all the time. They might not think about what it actually does, but it basically produces this harmful gas that can lead to coughs, asthma, respiratory diseases, and it even affects the ozone layer. So natural resources, that's the main cause. So there's some crazy statistics about trees out there with recycling and whatnot. So a few facts from the University of Southern Indiana states, to produce each week's Sunday newspaper, 500,000 trees must be cut down. If every American recycled, we could save about 250 million trees a year. So to do a little bit of math, let's just say, you know, it's probably not realistic to recycle everything. Let's just say every American recycled 1/10 of what I just mentioned, of all the paper. That'll still be 25 million trees each year. So that's substantially a lot. So these are some major issues, and basically how it could help our world as we know today. So now, let's talk about what you should recycle and why you should recycle it. So recycling can be somewhat technical, with what all to recycle and whatnot. But let's just simplify it into your everyday needs, your household objects and such. So this is what you should recycle: paper and cardboard, plastic, glass, electronic goods, and aluminum cans. And another statistic from Southern Indiana University states that one can produce up to 3 hours of energy for a TV to run. So what not to put in? There's a lot of talk and a lot of debate on little things that you should not put in. So like I said, let's use the pizza box. So one thing would be pizza boxes, and another would be paper towels, paper plates, and plastic bags. These are all just household objects that you need to make sure and not recycle. So my personal favorite reason of why we do recycle comes down to the word recycle. It means to reuse. So why not, if we have the chance to reuse all these objects, to reuse them and to help the environment? So basically it comes down to, for me, my whole goal in life is to help people make a difference in their lives, which is what recycling basically does. So say a newspaper, that could be kitty litter, or that could be another newspaper. Or aluminum can, that could just be more aluminum cans, which makes it easier on the world and the people. So hopefully you have a good understanding of what the major problem of trash buildup is, how recycling helps and what it does, and what and why we should start to recycle. So let's just say we have two bins here. One's for trash, one's for recycles. And I have a plastic bottle in my hand. I put it in the trash can and do all those nasty things that I was just talking about with the environment. Or I put it in this recycle bin and do all those great things that help people in the world. So which one would you put it in? Thank you.